Hey guys, are we live?
Yes, we are.
Well, we're just waiting for the thing to pop up. I'm watching.
What are you using?
Eric, yes, we're live.
What do you mean, what am I using?
Is that a bottle opener or a fork?
It's a bottle opener.
That's a mega bottle opener.
If it's a fork, it's a very shitty fork.
Kind of fail.
Oh my god, look at that.
I'm so desperate that I can't actually open this properly.
Alright, you gotta go. Okay, Trendane, do your thing. In a world.
Oh, you gotta do that now? Okay. In a world what?
What was this? How did the intro go again?
Oh god.
Dude, just pull up the random YouTube of StarCast and just play the YouTube.
That would be too make too much sense.
I got it. It's okay.
It'd be too easy.
In another time. In another dimension. Bearded warriors. Doomed to wander the galaxy.
Zip, 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 zip. Boop, boop, bop, doop, boop, bop.
What was it?
Broadcasting their nonsense to the void.
Bleep, bloop.
Bloop, bloop.
This is StarCast. And I know I left the word Vapid out of it, I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll make up for it.
I left trapped in an eternity of vapid space. I left that line out, sorry.
Several says, where is the intro? Did we break it or are we doing it live, bitch? We're doing it live.
Doing it live, obviously.
We'll
It's
do
so
it
much
live.
better this way. Can't you tell?
If you can't tell, obviously you are a heathen.
The intro is not missing. That was exactly the way it was last time.
That's right.
See?
Delmo, you have a weird line on your face.
I do.
It's
What is
sun.
that?
Oh, it's the
I've never seen-
sunlight coming through the Venetian blinds.
I've
Yes.
never seen that before. What is that? That
He's
that
recently
does not.
He's been grafted with mimetic skin, and he's trying to blend in with the...
Hello.
Not used to unnatural.
So, yeah.
Trendane is the center square. If some of you might recognize this UI, this is an old one.
This
We
is
used-
a
Very old.
Very old one. We used to have little spaceships and stuff that fly around. Matter of fact, this is so old, when I loaded it up earlier, it had Pancake's name on it.
It's pancakes.
Now it has
He
no
just came over today, watched some soccer. He's good.
Oh, that's good.
Football?
Foosball.
Football.
Oh, yeah. A new tattoo. Who got a new tattoo?
I didn't. I don't have any.
Did I get a tattoo that I wasn't informed of?
No.
Everybody gets a tattoo.
You got a tattoo?
You get a
I
tattoo.
got a tattoo.
Reach under your chair, you'll find a tattoo. What?
Hello!
From the skin of the convicts at some prison.
Porn star, voice star, movie star, doesn't matter. Trendane is all of that.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Kimball. I'm sure your check will clear.
Are you drinking beer with ice in a glass?
It's not beer.
What did you say? I think
Cider, isn't it?
I thought you said it was an ale.
It's an ale.
with ice?
Ice.
That's it. I'm out.
Americans.
Yeah.
I'm out.
No, he's not American. He's weird or something.
I'm weird or something. Not American.
Not her.
You're not from around here, are you?
Oh god, here come the questions. All right, so hey everybody, Cyberwolf is here,
Hey,
and
Seb. How you
questions
doing
have
today?
started. Mr. Bod, our lower middle center square, he's gonna be grabbing up all the chat tonight, sticking it into the thingy. So, yes, welcome everybody. We have Sergeant Stockus, Mr.
Hey.
Perfect Nerd, Bod, Core of Existence, and our center pivot point man, Mr. Trendane.
No slow clap. Fine.
No, none of that, Trendane. None of that.
Oh, come on. It's fun. My ex-boyfriend used to love it.
I bet he did. Okay, so what's going on around the verse? Specifically around the verse. I guess we could start talking about that first.
So, I played Star Citizen multiplayer,
Oh, you did?
and it went a maximum of about 7 minutes before it crashed.
That's not bad.
So I'm pretty impressed. I'm very impressed. Actually.
Was that before or after you had a stroke and were
That was after.
Chat.
That game
Okay.
lasted. That crashed after about 3 minutes. Part of that was my fault, I think. I tried to put commands into Twitch and make it remotely control Star Citizen. I'm pretty sure the server didn't like that. So.
It's like Twitch plays Pokemon. You were just trying to Star Citizen.
Twitch plays Arena Commander. Random people putting ASDWFG.
So, what's been going on? We reached a new stretch goal of $47 billion.
$47 million.
Chris Roberts is
47 what?
47
Trillion?
Billion. Okay, I thought Geekdomo said billion there.
I
for a
did.
second.
He did say
billion. Well, we ignored it.
I didn't, apparently.
And that means the game will be made and shipped with little gold bars for everybody.
That's right. Gold embossed, gold leaf.
It's
I don't
all
like
gold,
gold,
leaf.
though.
What's
I
that?
wouldn't say no to it.
I don't like gold.
Platinum.
Platinum? Yeah.
You can
Laudanum.
sell it, Trinaine.
And buy silver with it. Ooh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One gold bar is quite a lot of money.
So, what is new with this $47 million thingy?
Space Plant.
Space Plant? I heard about Space
Space
Plant.
Oh,
Plant.
yeah. That's
Yes.
the next one, though.
Mr. Pugh
Yeah.
said space needs space water.
Space Sun.
He's gonna
Space
die
Sun.
quick.
Yeah. It's totally gonna die. They should not have given me a plant because I'll kill it.
It's a Xi'an plant. It doesn't require any care.
Oh, magic.
Much like
plants.
the Xi'an.
Self-sustaining.
I really hope that they. I highly doubt they will, but I really hope that they follow my suggestion about when you get the plant, it's placed right next to your aquarium, and it just sits there, goes, and tries to grab the fish
That would be awesome.
whenever they swim by.
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
They haven't said whether it's a carnivorous type plant though or anything. They haven't given us any art or anything like that, have
I
they?
think we're supposed to find out for ourselves.
Oh.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention.
What?
We're giving away a ship tonight.
Nobody cares.
Really?
Nobody cares. Yeah.
I can't win it, so
It's old hat. It's not an Idris. Sorry, Core.
yeah. I know.
Shouldn't we just give it to Yoko Rose or as Tricky? Just give it to them right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
right now.
Well,
Phone it in.
Feed, Miss Seymour, feed.
The ship giveaway is going to be for it's VIP gold or VIP silver and above.
Silver.
Yep. It's a VIP silver and above giveaway. That is what Teddy Roosevelt told me that we needed to do for this one.
Cool.
Isn't that just
He said
subscriber?
bully.
Isn't that just subscriber level?
Subscribers and donators.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
And before you all start freaking out, go look at the Twitch terms of service. It's totally legit. I just want to pass it on.
Lordy. So yeah, around the verse was interesting.
Yeah.
I noticed it was at least half the length that the first one was.
Well, they got
Well,
rid
second one.
of the CS girls for now, at least. Like, made a little.
Well, they're
shorter.
busy.
Yeah.
I mean, they
I feel
got
like
rid
it's
of
getting better. It's getting better every show.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's definitely getting better, and we're getting worse. It's sort of like inversely
Well,
proportional.
It's a teeter totter. It's like a
It
seesaw.
We peaked too soon.
We did. Dude, man, I was promised 14 hours in this shit. I peaked.
What the hell was our peak?
If we've peaked, it's not good news.
Where are we going?
Oh my god!
Oh, how much lower can we really get?
I don't know how.
That I can actually answer. As soon as it gets to the point that Cyberwolf won't even give us any questions,
Yeah.
we know we're
That's it.
done.
Out. Another rapidity.
There was a really cool video clip though of the Xi'an, and after I saw it, I was like, it's not such a bad ship.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still
Did you
didn't
watch
get
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was about it. It was like, meh. I mean, it's
Now-
not something I would own, of course, but
Now, would you say that was pre-rendered, or would you say that was in-game, actually people flying the stuff around?
It looked like it was on rails, I reckon.
yeah.
I don't think that was in-game.
It was probably just like the CryEngine created video. It's probably in engine, but it probably is just them making a video of it.
But not in-game per se.
No, not in
No.
game. Just in engine.
Certainly not in our version of it anyway.
It's probably just a scripted one, but that still means it could be an engine. It's just scripted, which technically means that they can ignore all the laws of physics just by saying the ship will do this and that.
Exactly, because if they, the whatchamacallit, if it was actually in game, then the video would just be of it spinning repeatedly into asteroids.
Pretty much. That's an accurate assessment of how it will function, yes.
And the reason that I ask is because, it was getting, some, not a tremendous amount of lateral drift as it was going, but, there was a bit of it.
Yeah.
To the piloting.
There's also the fact that it was only 27 seconds, which means that they probably haven't even come close to finishing the thrusters on that thing, so it's just a model, and they put some lights behind that model and made the model move a certain way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus, if it was in game, they would have a voiceover of a guy swearing loudly every 10 or 15 seconds. Every time I hit an asteroid, just be a slow motion guy going, slowly destroying keyboards.
I forgot to mention too. I'm sorry, everybody. Trendane, would you please say that this is being simulcast on the?
Oh yes.
On the plinth.
On the plinth. We are simulcasting this on the plinth.
It is filmed before a live studio audience and simulcast on the plinth.
Yay!
What's up, everybody on the plinth? How you doing?
I love the plinth.
Listen to it every Friday. Their Friday show.
To the plinth.
Mm-hmm.
And by plinth, of course, I mean the base.
Yay, the base.
Obviously.
Snowed and Rico and everyone, Ravana out there.
Yep.
We love you, deity.
We do love you.
And Dane.
I totally apologize
Jane.
that I did not have it ready to go at the beginning there, but hey, shit happens. Why we're using this old UI, if you guys remember the old UI, this is the old UI. And we're using this because I just had a hard drive malfunction, and the drive that died, I've got 6 drives in here, and then of the 6, the only one that died was my art drive, which had all the old artwork on it. And I did do backups, but of course this backup, as you can tell, is a bit old, so that's why we're using the old one. I gotta make a new one. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I apologize.
If you had some backup, if it would have been MS Paint if you didn't have some backup.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be MS Paint. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah. I kind of like this old UI. It's kind of cool. It's reminiscent of the old days.
I'd like an MS Paint UI though.
We'll do that next one.
Like, don't use like the actual lines. Use the spray paint.
Yeah.
Thing.
Old school.
Old school.
And getting back to the topic of that show, Around the Verse, their little contest that they mentioned to make an MS Paint version of your favorite
Mustang.
ship.
Oh no.
I thought it was your favorant ship.
No, I was just thinking the Mustang one. They look terrible, but hey. I don't know.
See, if I had a little bit more artistic talent than I have, because I have virtually none.
Hold on.
But
pause. I'm dancing.
Tension!
We can't see you. But
Yes, I know you can't see me. I apologize.
we were just like, what is this?
Thank you, Tension. I love you in the face. All right, continue on. I'm sorry. I forgot to turn that off, and now it's
okay. That's okay.
It's too late. It's already done the damage.
Anyway, if I had slightly more artistic talent than I have, which is to say a little bit more than 0, which is actually I'm not at 0. I'm a little bit above 0, but not much. If I had a little bit more artistic talent to where I could maybe get something that the parent of a 2-year-old would, put on the refrigerator, kind of thing. It's like, what is this, honey? Is that a bear? No, that's you, mommy. Oh, that level of artistic talent, I would totally draw like a Mustang, like a horse with those Mustang wing things coming off of it. But here's the Mustang. But do it in MS Paint and send that in, or just draw a Mustang with a horse head coming out of it. That's what I would do.
I think you should do that anyway, regardless of artistic talent, because
that's true.
Mouse
it's MS Paint.
The mouse is the great equalizer in MS Paint of artistic talent. It's only so good you can get.
Except for the fact that I have a Wacom tablet, so
oh, that's cheating. You got to use the mouse. Yes.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, I think I got everything set up now. We're good to go. Look at.
We're only halfway in the show.
Yeah, we're only halfway. Okay, let's start Q&A.
From Cyberwolf.
Good guess.
Good guess is our first Q&A. What ship do you guys think that they'll come out with next that we can actually walk around in and get in and everything? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Retaliator.
Is it because it's so popular?
But if you're talking about like something new entirely, Retaliator.
I mean, we're pretty sure that's what's coming out. In terms of like what may be coming out like directly next, I'm thinking the Connie, because they showed some of that off, the Connie variants.
How big are those ships?
The Retaliator?
Or the Constellation?
They're 60 meters ish, that range class.
So would they still fit in the deluxe hangar?
Deluxe hangar, yes.
They'll still fit in the deluxe hangar.
Yeah.
The Caterpillar, the Retaliator, and the Constellation are about the same size, and they all fit in the deluxe hangar specifically. Everything else is smaller or bigger.
Okay.
Sorry,
What's that?
my alarm.
Oh, wake up!
The reason I was
No,
asking.
my alarm. Sorry.
The reason that I was asking was also because in around the verse they mentioned that the guys are almost done with. They've got a few bugs left on the asteroid hangar, and
Fits in that too.
Okay, that's the main reason why I was asking.
Yeah, the Caterpillar, Constellation, and the Retaliator all fit in the asteroid hangar, same as everything else.
Yep.
You think they'll wait to release the variants along with the Caterpillar when the asteroid hangar launches?
Well, that's going to depend on whether they release the Caterpillar alongside the asteroid hangar, because from what we know, the asteroid hangar is just about done. But the Caterpillar, we've seen nothing of.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
No specs, no theory crafting, nothing. The ship is just modular, and then they just threw out a picture.
It's a concept.
It's kind of
a
like
mere
the
concept.
Starfarer. You know, they haven't really come out with anything with that.
The truth is, maybe they've done this all in secret, and the Caterpillar is, coming out tomorrow with a commercial and everything. But
that's not really their style, though.
Because otherwise they wouldn't have done a poll about which one was going to be next, and the Caterpillar would have been on that list. And the Caterpillar was on that list, which meant that there was no plans for them to do anything with that ship yet.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the asteroid hangar will be a solo release, and eventually you'll see your lovely Caterpillar inside of it. Eventually,
maybe they'll do an update to the Caterpillar and do an update to the asteroid hangar at the same time. We don't know that. They might do something, because just like with the Avenger, they changed a lot. They changed around a lot after they'd already redone it, and we know that they're going to change the Connie around because of the Connie variants pictures that we've got. So maybe they'll change something to the not the Caterpillar, to the other one, the Cutlass, before they it's the asteroid.
Well, I think, and I could be wrong. You guys tell me what you guys think about this, but I think that what's probably coming with the asteroid hangar is the room modulation update, like some of the ability to add rooms, like maybe a bar or one or two extra things that they talked about before. I think that's what's coming with the asteroid hangar, and not necessarily another ship.
Yeah. It sounds to reason if they're going to implement an entirely new hangar type, that they'd build it with the room expansion system ready to go.
Well, they've said repeatedly they were going to do the asteroid hangar first, and you're going to see it, and then they're going to do the rest. I mean, they've said it so many times that we've stopped expecting them to build the room system for the other hangars before we see the asteroid hangar.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Didn't somebody say it was already in the last couple of patches?
Well, we said the files were there, but we haven't seen nothing.
The asteroid hangar, yeah.
But we've seen nothing from our big friend.
And this is something I wanted to bring up. What is the deal with 7 GB patch for a couple of bug fixes?
Bod knows all about that.
Well, yeah. When they change something to the way that they wrapped it, they have to do the entire file again, and they have to verify it. So that's why all the patches are freaking huge, because a tiny change in one of those Pack 2 files means replacing the entire Pack 2 file.
That seems a bit inefficient.
Well, they're doing it that way for now. It's not going to stay that way.
I was going to say alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
I
is just
understand,
the
but
way-
it just seems it's a huge waste of bandwidth, you know.
I mean, here's the thing: they're trying to make this as optimized as they possibly can, without actually doing a lot of optimization. And this is one way that they can increase their performance.
They're trying to keep everything wrapped. I mean, the moment that you start pulling everything out into their own little folders and all that stuff, you lose a lot of interconnectivity, I guess is what it is. I mean, they don't fit together the same way as that they do in, like, a structure that Pack 2 has. So that's, it's just faster and better for when you're actually playing the game, but when you're downloading it, you're wasting bandwidth.
And
it's
sorry,
hard to
everybody.
tell. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just forgot. Everything's still a mess, and I forgot that I left my donation sound on, so Cartman was just singing over the top of you.
Oh.
Thank you, Snowed1, for your donation.
Very good.
Oh my God! Yes.
She was just trying to cancel me out.
Yeah, she's like, I hate you. I don't want to hear you talking anymore. Shut up! I'm gonna shut you
Here,
up.
have $21 to get Court to shut up.
Shut up.
I love you guys.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you guys.
I love you.
Yes.
But what I was going to say is, you also remember that this is kind of, pardon the phrasing perhaps on this, but this is kind of virgin territory with having the public so deeply involved in this. And normally this would be all internal at an alpha or a beta stage. Everything would be bootstrapped. I mean, you basically just connect to the server within the company and pull everything down, and the public wouldn't be involved at all.
Right.
So a lot of things are going to have to be shifted and adjusted. We're going to change the way certain things are done in order for it to become a lot more efficient than what it is right now.
Blue Easy says you're going to need a 1 terabyte drive for this game by the time the Persistent Universe comes out.
Maybe. I don't think so. I think because the way that things are going, I doubt a lot of assets will be client side at all by the time this game comes out. I think a lot of it will be, they'll just be able to generate it on a lot of this stuff on the fly. But I think that one thing that's really important for them is trying, because you got to think about it this way. We are their QA environment in a lot of senses, right? So we're really like a huge portion of their QA, and they need to maintain incredibly tight control over not just the code itself, but the structure of the code, the file system of the code, right? They've got to make sure that everything sort of sits in a way that they know how it's sitting in a file system. What?
Sorry. No, it was nothing what you were talking about. I was just remembering Bug Smasher, the section from Around the Verge. Sorry, it was the buggy sliding around all over. It just brought it to mind. I'm sorry.
I kind of like that segment of the show, but we'll go back to that. Yeah, go ahead.
There's another reason why they're wrapping them in very large Pack 2 files, because that's the working version that they've got right now. So if they were to break it apart to make it easier for updating, they're actually breaking apart what they're currently using, and then many more bugs can erupt because they're sorting it out for you to make it easier to maintain and download. But they're currently using the Pack 2 file specifically loaded into a program to make adjustments on the fly. So when they release them, or when they save them, they save the entire file rather than all the mini files that are supposed to be in it. And that's just it's the way to do it, but it's not the way to release it, obviously. So
sorry,
if you want to
Eric, please continue, Mr. Perfect. I apologize for interrupting you like that.
Oh, I don't think I was going to say anything else. It's just that
okay.
They're trying to maintain code control, and this is the best way for them to be able to troubleshoot problems easily.
Yeah, I don't foresee the game when it's done and they've got it all neatly filed and packed the way they like it so that it's a presentable item. It won't be any bigger than any of the normal games that you download nowadays, which are anywhere from 15 to 20 odd gigs of stuff. So it won't be it shouldn't be any bigger than that.
No, but having to download 7 to 10 gigs every week.
Tell me about it. It's a pain in the ass.
Okay, what about things like EverQuest 2? You fire that up and it starts this rapid download of local assets to where you are, and you've got the little dinosaur running in place while it's pulling down the assets and everything. Are we going to see that, or do you think we're going to see that kind of thing where, to keep the local installs from bloating out of control like that we're going to have this locational download from like the cloud or wherever the hell the assets are?
It's going to kind of depend, because what you currently have in the installation as well is you have the server-side client software to run and match the server software in order to a degree where they don't go out of sync. Now, a lot of those files aren't really necessary to the structure of the client-side code, which can be omitted. I mean, we're talking maybe 30-40%. That's not a huge amount, but it's still a sizable chunk of stuff that's currently not needed, considering the game is now 10 or 11 gigs. And if you compare it to a modern, a completely different game, it has millions of more content in the other game. It's just really heavy because it's completely unoptimized. Now, when they start, when Persistent Universe comes out, mostly what it's going to be is server-side changes. And anytime they release like a client-side patch, that's going to be like a major update, and it's probably going to range like every 2 weeks, 3 weeks to a month. But it won't be as frequent as it is now, especially not for such minor updates that are 7 gigs. I mean, literally, we're just hitting a wall of bandwidth, yeah.
I have a question here. How many people do you suppose right now are currently backing this game?
480,000-ish.
Okay, 480,000. How many of them have more than one ship?
Probably.
In fact, probably around 250,000 have more than one ship.
Okay.
Oh, really? You think so? I think it's more like 180, 190.
Well, if I'm going off the rough estimates from what we have in Imperium, almost every single person in Imperium has more than one ship.
Okay, so let's say they got more than one ship, and how many would you say have 5 or more ships?
About, again, going off numbers, it's probably around 20-25% that have 5 or more ships.
Okay,
Here's
so
my
we're
question.
talking... Okay, go ahead.
Really quick. My question about those stats is that how many people who have more than one ship are also more inclined to join an organization?
Again,
That's not where I was going.
I can't do stats for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So I'm just getting around to it. So there's at least 500...
Probably most of the people that backed with just one ship are not in the business of looking for an organization. I agree there.
There's at least 500,000 to 750,000 ships possibly in the verse right now.
Yes.
Okay.
That's 30%.
They've said they will allow us to have graphics on those ships.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we're allowed to put our own image on them.
But they're writing specific code for that wraps it so that it's not as intensive.
Because that's the problem with EverQuest 2 is that you make custom content. Now everybody's got to download that content, whether they want it or not.
But originally they said that they weren't going to allow it. However, then they found out from one of their guys or one of the guys at Crytek that said, hey, we got this thing, if you use PBR, that we can wrap it around the material that you're using.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I don't know how much detail or how much programming had to go into that to make it work properly, but they did talk about it at one point. So if they were going to allow, custom meshes on ships, which I haven't heard anything about, but it might be true, then it's going to be done with this method, and it won't be as intensive on your machine, because your machine will simply interpret the data points that it receives and then recreate them on your own computer rather than download them from the server and plaster them on the ship, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a lot more robust system. It's a lot more lightweight than having like the EverQuest 2 system where everybody got to pull everybody else's assets down.
All the time.
Yeah.
So it's better.
Okay, I was just thinking of bandwidth and even that's just the graphics. What about mods and things like that are going to
I am sure, though, that there will be an option for you, if your computer is not that great, to flick that shit off in the settings.
Okay.
Because
absolutely.
That's just one of those things.
All right.
Did I wake you up, Chinny?
No, you just said flick off, so...
Be careful, because I don't know if Jeff Jersey's deaf or not, but they asked us to wave at them.
Oh, it said all.
Yeah.
I misread that as Allie. I thought I was
Oh,
talking to Allie Freeborn. I was like, yes, how's Allie going to wave? I don't understand.
All right.
But regardless, hello! I swear that was not a wave.
You get one wave for
Wave to him.
Wave with all the other waves. There we go. That makes up for it.
oh my God! I got a good question from Cyberwolf. I'm impressed.
Oh no.
No. He said he gave me a good question award. The Cyberwolf Good Question Award, which is rare.
What's
That is very rare.
Keeps him close to his chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
And see,
There are plenty
Snowblood
of
says,
games.
in terms of members, I know the Older Gamers has over 500 members. We have nearly 1,400 ships with estimated value of 180,000 US dollars.
And then Tanshin owns 10 ships, the dick.
I'm not going to disclose any information of anything I know, but that's that it.
Core. Be nice. These are old people. And they're New Zealand and Australians.
Well, not only, but...
Yeah, I know. I belong to the Older Gamers. They're a great group. Okay, right now, before we get going any further, I'm going to get this started on the raffle. Because it's going to take a while, and I want people to, if they want to subscribe or donate, they can. It's not the main purpose of this, but I want to give people time if they want to do that. But every once in a while, we do have raffles that are more specific to our VIPs, and this is one of those times. So we're giving away a Legionnaire's Disease version.
Ooh.
It's the one with the yellow sickness on its wings.
Down with the sickness!
Down with the sickness!
Come on, get down with the sickness.
So, it's going to be a waffle, and it's a keyword waffle, and the keyword is
Waffles! No.
No.
The keyword is Mowage.
Mowage? We're going to do Mowage? What's your keyword be? One of you guys give me a keyword.
The keyword should be...
Diphenhydramine.
Diphenhydramine. That might be a little
No,
hard
not
to spell.
diphenhydramine. Yeah, okay.
Inconceivable.
Fine, then we'll let the keyword be pound hard.
Pound hard, okay. Alright, the
For the
keyword
pound
is pound hard.
Dude, you totally missed your opportunity to go, Domo, it should be bod.
Right?
Exclamation bod.
Exclamation bod. Alright, the keyword is going to be pound hard. And
Pound hard.
it's going to be over in 1 hour, so here we go.
Like this.
Ooh.
Oh, it
Pound
just said it
hard.
should have been Vapid.
Yeah, could have done that too.
Yeah.
No, I want to see a
No,
lot
it's
of
not-
people say
Not
pound.
that pound hard. It's the wrong pound. It's the pound sign.
It has to
Whatever.
be with the exclamation, I think.
That's fine. Yeah, because then it's bang pound hard.
Yeah, that'd be bang pound hard. Slow down. No, go faster. We're pounding really hard. This is good.
See that maybe we should have made it bang faster.
We should have made it bang.
Bang faster.
Bang bang. All
That's
right.
not always appreciated, though.
Let us get started with our Q&A time. Who would like to read our questions tonight?
I could then, I guess.
All right, Core. Core's never done it. Go ahead,
I've never
Core.
done it.
It's gonna be fun.
You're a virgin?
All right, so is my job to skip the Cyberwolf ones?
No, ask them all.
But there's like 12.
Your job is here's the one job though. Your job is not to ask the question, answer it, then go to the next one.
I am not that other guy from
Yeah.
that show
Yeah.
that you warned me not to become,
Okay.
or whatever.
Oh my lord.
Anyway, all right. Cyberwolf asked the question in an E3. Is there a question mark? There is a question mark. All right. In an E3 interview, CR mentioned that about 250k Star Citizens are AC ready. Does this means that I don't have to wait for 200k other people before me to get my invite, since my citizen number of my main account is 400,000?
Words, Cyberwolf. Lay off the liquor and use your words.
Sure.
Okay.
So, does this means that?
No, it does not means that. I don't think it means that.
Don't pick on poor Cyberwolf.
He's not picking on him. He's picking on Core.
No, that was the way he wrote it. So he's
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
No, I don't
laughing.
think so. I think it's in the beginning. Right now, it's just a few of us who are in the thing. But eventually, when they really start ramping it up, it won't be long before there's a whole ton of people in it. So when it gets to, when it gets to like 100,000, they'll be going in lots of 100,000 people entering.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Or
to
at least
quote
10, 15.
James from Around the Verse, he quoted tens of thousands of people were in the multiplayer already.
Yeah.
So,
So probably before 2 weeks we'll have 100,000, and then by the end of the month maybe everyone.
Yep.
Maybe.
I don't mean by the end of this month. I mean by the end of, 4 weeks.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. The next question from a completely unknown person who we don't know at all. He asks, in the same E3 interview, CR mentions that Multi-Crew Ships 2.0 is slated for the end of the year. FPS porting, Zero-G Combat, and PlanetSide module are due at PAX Australia. Will Sergeant Stackus attend, and will he stream like Domo did at PAX East? Also, will he hug Sandy Sans pants?
That almost sounded
And we almost got that really out there in a weird way.
I don't
It
know
would probably
if
make
that
Sandy
timer
blush.
should get any farther up, man.
I ran out of inches.
I love Core reading the questions. It's great.
Will I attend? Depending on my financial status at that point in time, I would like to. I would really love to. I have family down there, so accommodation would be free, but getting down there and back, and the ticket venue itself would, that's something. So I would like to go, yes. And would I hug Sandy Sans pants? Well, we'd both not be wearing pants, as that's the formal Australian uniform. So, it's just how we do it down here.
I think she is Australian, isn't she?
Scottish without the kilts. That's
Yeah, pretty
basically-
much. Yeah, no, Sandy's Australian.
Yeah.
But, I really want to go. I really, really do.
Shendane. You were blowing earlier, and now you're brushing.
Now I'm dusting, yeah.
Unfortunately, Melbourne is a good 2,000 kilometers away.
Wow.
Holy shit!
It's farther than the circumference of the Earth.
It's a big country. It's a big country. No, 2,000 kilometers away. So it's not really drivable. It's an airfare.
It's
And-
funny. In my head, Australia is like this tiny little blip on
It's
like
flat.
the corner of the map that I don't
Yeah.
care about.
Yeah.
So when you tell me that it takes 8 hours to get from one place to the next, I'm thinking, but it takes me 8 hours to get from here to fucking Moscow. I mean, same distance, except anyway.
Going through many countries.
I'd love to, but we'll see.
It's big down
All right,
there.
I might not make Moscow, but at least, a couple hours before Moscow. Okay, so, next question from the Snowed one.
Yay.
Will Bod use... Sorry? Did you hear a word?
No, I said
Well-
yay.
Okay. Will Bod use lube first before sticking it in the thingy?
Pound hard.
Depends on the thingy.
Mm.
I forget which thingy it was now.
Yeah, we've
Snowed
lost
one,
something.
would you like to elaborate on the thingy? We'll catch up in a minute.
It was Domo's fault.
Good one is.
Oh no, I guess Snow One lives close to.
Yeah. She lives in the same town as me.
Cypher says, "Drive your pussy." To
Okay.
Stockus, I guess.
No, that's you got to say that. You got to say that like an Australian. Just drive your pussy. As in, just
Oh,
Oh, I
Right.
got it.
Oh.
right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's less weird.
yes.
Really?
So-
All right,
Okay.
moving on.
From Toodle Day. Next StarCast, to everyone,
You
can
got
you
that
wear
right.
long-haired wigs, put on some makeup, fix a pair of tits. Got him. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, that way you can be the bearded princesses.
Yay.
Or an 80s hairband
80s hairband might be better.
without the tits.
That wasn't a question.
I
That
know.
was more of
I,
a statement, yeah. There's one above it from Mr. Moose. Mr.
miss-
Madman Moose.
Yeah, we
I
gotta
did
skip
indeed
one.
miss one. I see now how easy it is to miss one. From Mad Moose 2, if you do space trucking, just transporting goods for money, what's the end goal to spend that money on?
That's a great question. I've been thinking about that the other day because I'm doing all this space trucking. I'm like, okay, when it gets to the end and I've got the best possible ship, now what?
Get every other ship?
I would become like, I think I want to become a boss of my own crime syndicate. But this is that was be in Elite Dangerous, which really doesn't have that kind of setup. So if we're talking Star Citizen, which we are tonight, I think I'll probably figure out something to spend it on. Maybe I'll just... And here's what I'll do. I'll buy games to give away to people on the stream. All right, Chendane, what are you going to do? Because you're a space trucker.
Well, I'm an explorer first. So that's what I would do. I use space trucking to get enough money which I mentioned this today on my stream.
Mm-hmm.
I use space trucking to provide myself with the funds necessary to stock up on the provisions and everything that I'm going to need for extended space exploration jaunts. Because it is entirely possible that I may well be traveling for months before I find a planet that even has water on it, let alone anything I can eat. So,
This is true.
But wouldn't your goal as a trucker to expand your empire to the point where, knowing the economy system Star Citizen has, that you could potentially earn enough cash and have enough clout to be able to take over a node? Because there'd have to be a transportation node, because there's going to be NPC transportation.
You guys are being completely unrealistic. If you're a space trucker, you're spending all your money on titty bars.
Titty bars, and an orangutan. That's all I want.
Hey, Trindane, male titty bars.
Male.
no.
Okay.
Teabag bars.
Maybe.
It's a different
Gonna go
kind.
down to that Azaban tea room.
But yeah, I mean,
Snowden
wouldn't
has a
you
good idea. Start an NPC ships to run ships with me to create my own shipping fleets. That's the way real truckers in real life. That's what they do. They start off working for another trucking company, save enough money to buy their own truck, and then start their own trucking company of their own.
And then when that flops after like 5 or 6 years, they'll go back to running.
As Tricky God says, exactly right. You spend a lot of your money on lot lizards. And will there be space lot lizards? That's what I want to know.
But
You guys know
I don't know
what lot
about.
lizards are? Okay, Trendane,
No.
I have to learn you because you're in the ways of the space trucker now. For now, a lot lizard is when you have a semi-tractor trailer with a bed in the back, and you pull up into a gas station somewhere or someplace to take a rest for the night, and a knocking comes on your door. And it's usually a woman of ill repute, maybe missing some teeth, asking you if you want to pay her to have her come into your truck. Those are called lot lizards. There might be boy lot lizards as well.
Oh.
They might be lot dragons, but that doesn't rhyme as much.
Hot dragons?
Yeah.
Waken the dragon.
Dragons.
Hey, I think we ought to call them lot laddies. Hey,
Lot laddies, that's a good
lot
one.
laddies, that's champion, that is. So, right,
Right. Alright, next question.
Okay. From completely unknown person who spells his name like Wolfie Sibber or something. Squadron 42 will be released in 5 episodes. Not yet a question. Of 10 missions each every month. Still not a question. Or 2 near the end of Alpha. That was a statement. Thank you. Is this method of spoon-feeding content enough to keep you interested and excited for the PvE story of Star Citizen?
No. But
Yeah.
there's a
Here
lot of
comes
other
the
games.
hornet.
There's a lot of other games that are keeping me interested right now. Like, I am not a dogfighter, as you guys know, so I'm playing Elite Dangerous right now, and so is Trendane. So there is stuff that's keeping me occupied. I'm still interested in Star Citizen, of course, but it's not the game for me as of yet.
Yeah, I'm still interested and excited in the lore and that kind of stuff. To be honest, the reason I'm excited for the lore is because I really love emergent gameplay and I really love emergent storytelling, and that's gonna factor so heavily into the universe that I kind of want to know the lore just to see where the story's gonna start more than anything else, because it's us as players who are gonna be telling the real story of Star Citizen.
Okay.
Yep, that's the answer to that question.
No, that's fine. Does anyone else want to comment on it?
No, I just want to real quick, everybody. If you're a VIP and you want to get a chance to win this ship, you type in pound hard. It's actually ! pound hard, which is bang pound hard. There we go. Okay, continue.
True.
The only reason why I would play them as they come out is to not have the story spoiled for me. That's the only reason why I would consider playing them as they released every month. Okay.
Yeah.
From the exact same guy as always. I mean, he's got 74 behind his name. Does that mean he's what? 40?
He is the Wolf of the
He's
Cyber.
40? Okay. Anyway, on today's Into the Verse, the Speed Highway map and the Murray Cup race got me very excited. Okay, well, I don't see there was a question there, so was that it? Was that all there was? Is one racing map enough to keep us occupied, or should they dedicate more dev time into giving us at least another race map?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think it's-
I'm not interested in racing at all.
Be thankful you're getting one at all, considering what they've got on their plate.
Yeah, really.
Yep. That's what I say. I'd like them to focus on persistent universe, please.
Mm-hmm. Way more important than racing.
Well, oh wait, because that's kind of true, and yet it's kind of not. I mean, it is true that I would rather do it because I'm not interested in racing either. However, if they were to take because I think Chris Roberts said that the simulation is like 8 to 10 kilometers across, I think is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, if they were to expand that to the point that they could then add the Murray Cup into Arena Commander as one of it would give them yet another play mode for people who don't want to do the Vanduul, swarm, or don't want to do PvP and stuff. And it would just be a case of, expanding the size of the simulation bubble, and then, you could basically make it just a big pipe, because if you get too far out of the thing, you're now out of bands of the race, and you're out of the race.
Which makes more sense than the Vanduul Swarm.
Right.
Yep.
And then you just have it loop through a system, which is basically just an image that you're kind of, that could practically be wrapped around the pipe that you're sailing through anyway. Obviously there would have to be perspective shifting and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, you could really, add a lot of stuff, because you basically then take what we've got as what's War Thunder.
Yep.
The War Thunder mode and the Space Free Flight mode, which doesn't really have a lot to it.
No, you can't fly very far.
And it gives you, the some racing game.
Dirt 3.
Okay, fine, we'll go with that without dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Space Dust.
Yeah,
Space.
okay. It gives them a whole nother play mode to keep people entertained.
Yeah, and it'll give people a place to practice how to fly, because clearly, if I have one experience from the dogfighting module so far, is that nobody knows how to fly.
Except for that one guy.
Except for that one guy.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
My abrupt answer was more directly at the content of the question. Was they were talking about, should there be more maps? I wasn't arguing that they shouldn't have them, because there's going to be racing in the game, and so they're going to need to know how that's going to work in game. So by having it in Arena Commander, that makes sense, and I completely all for that. But he's talking about having multiple different maps for the racing, and I'm like, well, no, you're getting one. That's considering
that's the Ellis system. That's where the Murray Cup takes place.
Yeah, and that's it. So sure, they might in the PU have different courses that they end up running, different structures, figure eight loop, whatever, round the round, do it NASCAR style. But yeah, so my abrupt no was no. I don't think they need to be worried about more than the maps that they've already obviously made that we're going to get. So
we're more of the school of we'd rather want other things at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
All right. Well, here's another Cyberwolf question, because Cyberwolf, and it's a follow-up question, of course. Would you like it to be a pure sim style, the racing?
Do they have a choice to make it arcadey at this point?
I guess that's what you're saying. Yeah,
It still feels arcadey whenever I fire it up, but
Okay, what do you mean by that? What does arcadey mean to you?
What arcadey means to me is that I still feel like when I blow something up, I'm not really blowing something up. I still feel like I'm just clicking it to death. And even though I have a HODAS now, which isn't here, because this is currently not my main computer, because, like I said, my workload has increased, so I'm not normally here anymore. But it's still, and I got to tell you, the last time I fired it up was a week ago, so I don't have it anymore. But what I mean by that is it still feels flimsy to me. It feels whimsical. It doesn't feel robust, and that's an issue that I currently have with Star Citizen.
Cyberwolf's got it. Yeah, having power-ups, speed boosts, things like that would make it very arcadey.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess the other point is if you're racing and there's no specific combat involved, and all you are literally doing is guiding your ship through a course, then you'd possibly be able to fly in third-person mode as well, considering the main reason for being in first person is in combat. You need to be able to see your targets, you need to know what's going on inside your ship. But if you don't have to worry about that, all you have to worry about is physically guiding your ship, you could, in theory, fly it in third person, which could give it an arcade feel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I feel like Arena Commander is kind of supposed to feel a little arcadey. I mean, it's got the damage counter at the bottom of the screen and all that kind of stuff. I think really what it's there for is just to tune the flight mechanics and make it possible to do the whole fly-by-wire thing while also incorporating the proper thrusting mechanisms. Because if there's one thing I've noticed while I'm flying, it's that, especially with mouse control, if I move a little bit, it's articulating the thrusters, right? But it's not like pure mouse movement. It's just like my mouse feels like a general suggestion to the ship the way it should move. It's not actually true fly-by-wire.
And there's also the issue that the thrust is now either mostly on or completely off. And the start from 0 to 100, it feels so fast that it doesn't really feel like there's a mid-ground to that speed level. I mean, there is, but you don't feel it necessarily right off the bat. And especially when you're using mouse and keyboard, the only two options really are thrust on or thrust off. Like, the in-between is, a bit clicking the button and hopefully landing somewhere in between. But the way that the ship currently moves, it pulls up so quickly, and I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, because, the top speed does feel like you're actually moving, but it feels like you reach that top speed so quickly that it doesn't seem like there's any point to really accelerating.
Yeah, what I've done to compensate for that is just like tapping the W and S keys just to move the thruster up and down as little as possible and get it. It gives me more precise control, but it feels kind of weird. It's not like as smooth as like a HOTAS, which would just be like up and down, kind of figuring it out.
Okay, so we've heard Chris Roberts mention that you will be able to effectively bracket a range. That you can set safety margins or margin limits on your thrusters and whatnot, so it doesn't crank all the way up. Do you think that setting those margins will be able to compensate for the problems that you're seeing?
I think so, yes. Unfortunately, though, one of the major problems is that if you go from 0 thrust to full thrust, it feels like you're reaching maximum velocity in about 0.5 seconds. Which, if that's how every ship's going to be, what's the point of having more powerful thrusters to be 0.1 second faster than the other ship?
Right, and what's the point of matching speed with somebody else who doesn't have any control over their thrusters? Because you're never going to be able to really properly fly your ship. It's just going to be accelerating and decelerating incredibly quickly. My problem is with the articulation thrusters. They're just not working in a way that's intuitive, because when I center my mouse on something, I see like my mouse is like sitting in the center of the screen, and the ship isn't moving. If I move it just a little bit, my ship isn't moving. But after it gets to a certain distance, sort of outside of the center reticule, it starts moving. And it's not like, and it starts moving a lot more rapidly than I'd like it to start moving. It's not like the thrusters are articulating just a little bit. They're just like going like, okay, now move, bam, and now the ship is like this. And
sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was going to say, so there's sort of a dead zone in the middle, and then the
moment your cursor leaves the auto-targeting zone, pretty much for, if you're using relative mode, that would be the auto-targeting zone. But if you are not using relative mode, if your mouse cursor leaves that little square, then suddenly the ship starts going, oh, wait, he wants to go outside the box, so I have to turn the entire ship immediately. And that's what he's talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whenever I want to fire something, I have to hit tab to turn on Newtonian mode. And just like, okay, now I can actually aim and shoot at this guy.
It sounds like what you're describing is what I experience every time I'd play a first-person shooter with an Xbox controller. You'll be trying to do very fine adjustments and there's no response. So you slam the analog stick and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I'm turning it. Oh my god, I'm turning left and it's like, oh no, I've overshot. And oh, fucking hell, yeah.
It's like the joystick, or it's like the mouse. In that point, the moment it leaves the dead zone, it's like it's on a friggin' flywheel because you can't stop it and you're already overshooting your.
I'm hoping they'll have sliders and adjustments for this later on.
So basically, you're flying around and you're going like this around the guy, trying to shoot him, right? And you see the other guy.
Him.
You're going right at each other, and both of you are just sitting there going like this, and then you just like crash into each other and die.
I was going to say it's
ballet.
You're either playing chicken because whichever one of you veers off is going to go right into the bullet spray that's happening. Mm-hmm. But if you don't veer away, you're going to slam right into each other. It's a lose-lose scenario.
Exactly. It's not really dogfighting.
It needs some love. I'm sure they're working on it.
Yeah. Alpha. Yeah.
No doubt. But that's the reason why it still feels it doesn't have that robust feeling to it yet, which it will eventually. Once all these tiny things start getting ironed out, it'll feel solid. And that's what I meant when I was talking about arcadey and flimsy. It's because it doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like I'm in full control of what I'm doing yet.
Now, my next question will probably make me seem like a bit of a dick, but you have taken these opinions and you have expressed them on the forums, right? Given them the feedback that you are currently expressing now?
No, he's just going to send him this video.
That was the other thing I was going That's why we're doing the show. Make them watch the damn show.
Well, they actually do watch our videos, so...
I know.
So then they'll get the feedback that way.
No, I have actually posted things.
Okay, so that's just one of my biggest complaints.
It's a very big forum, but yes, I have posted things.
I just hate it when people bitch about stuff, and I don't mean us. I mean out there. They complain about shit, and then they don't tell anybody at the company that makes the game that they're bitching about. It's like, have you told them? Well, no. Then shut the fuck up. But either tell them.
Here's a huge example. I got a message from James earlier today in regards to Org Drop 2.0. I'm not going to say what was in that message, but this was basically in regards to feedback that we had given them, and he was just letting me know that it was well received and stuff like that. So all that feedback and all the things that I have complained about, all of them are going to the people that are changing it. So that's
This is what we do. No, I do this properly. I always submit. I always post this stuff on the forums.
Those of you out there in the chat, right there, this little chat right here, who don't do that, get the fuck out of my audience right now.
He's trying to
you could stay as Geekdomo.
All or nothing, I tell you.
All right.
It really pisses me off.
Here's another question from Cyberwolf, because Cyberwolf, did you see Bug Smashers on today's show, and do you think it is the greatest part of the new show?
Yes.
I think it is one of the best parts of this episode. This one was much better than last one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed a little bit more canned last one. This was pretty good.
It was definitely improved.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I comment just to kind of jump back up. I commented to James probably about an hour or two before the show about so you guys when he was reading the news at the beginning of the thing with Sandy, and he was reading, and you could tell he was having trouble getting through that block of text he was having to read, and watching her just kind of off to the side. You could tell by her body language that she's kind of glancing over and kind of giggling a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, how long did you guys have to do take after take after take? He said, it took forever. I was like,
I bet.
I knew it.
He'll get better on the camera. He'll get better.
Yeah.
And I loved the Indiana Jones thing at the end. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was great.
Very cool. And seeing Mr. Day.
I was like, oh my God! I laughed so hard and he was all sweaty. Did you see him? He had the shirt on and he was dripping in sweat.
Oh, it was so funny.
It's like, oh, it was great.
Okay, carry on, Court. Sorry.
Yes.
No, don't worry. Next question. So it seems that after SIG let 20k people into the arena, Commander, it took a while for them to let in another 10k. Trinaine, as QA tester, do you think that SIG is letting in too many people or too little testers at the same time?
I think they are probably letting in exactly as many as need to be let in. I think probably what happened is they hit a threshold, and they probably started encountering some very weird shit going on, and then we're like, wait, stop, wait. Nobody else in. Hold on, let us deal with this. They picked a number that they hit that they didn't know about, sort of like the Bug Smashers thing where the gravity was up to 30. Nobody knows who said it that way. It just, what the hell, you know? They probably just hit some magic number, and it caused a bunch of problems to crop up, and they were like, hang on, put the brakes on this for a second. And then once they started up, they're like, okay, bring them in a little bit more slowly. Let's see if this happens again. So it's going to kind of accordion a little bit here and there as they reach magic numbers, but I think it's fun.
Okay. Does anyone else want to comment on it? Okay, good. From a completely different person, HMH goes World of Tanks. Today on Into the Verse, they showed us a few pics of an unnamed chip. What was that chip?
It was unnamed.
Yes, it was the unnamed ship.
Yes, we don't know.
Anyone want to guess?
I am going to call it the Veronica Mosier because it eats shit. No. Honestly, I'm trying to remember it.
I don't have pictures.
What did it look like?
Your picture's right at the end, you mean, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't supposed to be the map. As Ranger said, one of the new ship, the Gladius.
Oh, Gladius.
Oh.
I know they didn't say specifically what it was. They just gave us some teasers and left. But I'm sure.
It might be the Gladius.
I don't remember seeing it.
There's two pictures right at the very end of the show.
Yeah,
it was only up briefly.
Last thing that they show.
Right after James wakes up and sees the whip on his keyboard.
Yes.
I don't really remember anything after that. I was laughing too hard.
Alright. So the plant we get... Or, sorry, another question by Cyberwolf. I didn't think I had to say it again. So the plant we get, at 47 million, in the lore, only blooms once every 100 years. Does that mean we get...
Sorry,
once every... It's not my fault. It's the question given. Does that mean we get to see it bloom in-game once and then never, ever again?
No, because...
Reasons?
Because time in the verse does not travel at the same speed that time out here does. It's much, much faster.
The problem, however, is that it also only blooms at night. It's specified it only blooms one night every 150 years. So you'll only see it bloom at night.
So if you're not awake, you fucked up.
Or if you leave the lights on in your hangar all the time, it's never going to bloom.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, just to scoot back to that question before about that ship. It's the Gladius.
Yeah.
I can confirm it is the Gladius. So there you go.
Well, it looks sick.
It does look pretty good.
It does look like barf, yes.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah. That
I do remember seeing that, yes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Sensar says we're on top of things. When?
No, never.
Oh my God! Stop the show. We have to get Vapid again.
Yes, clearly we're talking.
God damn it!
Way too seriously.
Quick, someone Vapid up. Penis.
Giant dildo in space. There we go.
All right. Well, a question by Slimy Sausages.
There we go. We're back in business.
What is your opinion? What is your opinion on Destiny? And are you planning to get it? Nope, I'm not planning to get it. I might end up getting it, but I'm not planning on it.
I don't have time to play it. Honestly, there's too many video games in the universe right now.
Yeah, exactly.
What I know about Destiny is it's a giant shiny ball trying to teabag a city. I've only seen the poster. That's all I know about it.
Yeah, I've got it pre-ordered, but that's just to get into the beta. Depending on how the beta goes, I may play it. But it's by Bungie. That's why I want to look at it.
Well, yeah, Bungie's
it
good.
Looks
but
pretty. You know.
Whenever they say MMO FPS, I go.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyway,
I'm gonna make an announcement. This is kind of unprompted or whatever, but it's kind of bothering me, so I thought I'd go over it real quick. Nobody's in trouble, just real quick. I'm trying to figure out what I've been doing. If you guys have noticed, I've not been talking for a few minutes now. I'm kind of trying to think of how to do this. But we have a regular viewer. His name is Smack Mickey, and he and his wife were expecting a baby, and she was in a bad car accident, and they lost the baby, and she now has some kind of brain damage from the accident. So he's been contacting me all day, and basically I'm trying to figure out a way to... I can't do another donation drive like I did for Moose, because there's some problems with me doing that sort of thing. So I asked him to set up a page, and he set the page up, and I just want to put this out there. I think that we have enough time to try to do this, but what I'm going to do is, if anybody right now is currently not a VIP and would like to get on this raffle, if you donate at least $5 to his page, his Funleaf page, I will make you a VIP for a month, and you have to tell me, just send me a message, or you can just tell me in chat. It would probably be easiest if you sent me a message on chat, or write me something on Twitter, something like that, quickly before the raffle's over, and I will make you a VIP for a month. And let me give you the page, and you guys can go there right now and check it out. Her name is Faith Crook, and the guy's name is Smack Mickey. He's a regular viewer. He's been here for a long time. All right, so enough of that. I'm sorry to bring the show down.
Do your thing.
Yeah, do your thing, Domo Tribe. Do your thing.
That's perfectly fine. That's the kind of, our audience, as much as we joke about it, our audience is very important to us. That's
exactly.
kind of shit we want to know about.
Yeah,
All best thoughts, hopes and
So let's see if we can raise a couple $100 for him right now, and then I'm going to figure out something later on to try to. We'll do something a little bit bigger later, but that might be a little bit. But let's get it going. All right, so continue on, and make sure you guys send me a message on Twitter. That'd probably be the best way. Say Domo, I donated, and I'll just tell me what your Twitch name is, and I'll do it real quick. Okay, continue.
Sorry. Okay. It's a question from Trende.
Yes.
Do you think there will be creatures with multi-stage life cycles?
What I mean by that is like in Aliens.
You
the
screw one
queen,
to death, and then it comes back, and you screw it to death again?
Yeah, the queen sticks out her slimy little ovipositor, and she drops a little egg sac thing, out of which comes the facehugger, which is a completely discrete entity.
And
then it deposits the thing, and then it is not just totally separate life form and goes off. It's basically a vehicle that goes from the egg, and so do you think that there will be, weird, unusual, that's what I mean by discrete, multi-stage life forms like that? I mean, where are they going to go to make life bizarre and crazy and neat and fantastic? What would you want to see?
Well, we still don't know how to.
You've been playing Spore a lot, Trending.
I played it once, and that was just for the story. I lost a bet.
You lost a bet, really?
No.
Oh, okay.
I hope so. I mean, when Chris was talking about derelict spaceships, and if you happen to find one out in the uncharted regions of space, and if you were on board there exploring it, that you could possibly come into some form of alien life form out there, that intrigued me greatly, and it sort of gets the imagination. It's like, ooh. And then of course you think immediately xenomorph. You think that because it's a staple, but then you're like, well, of course they couldn't do something like that. But I hope they make it so that it is scary and freaky, and you piss your pants sort of walking through the ship trying to find anything that you can use, any technology you could take back with you, and then all of a sudden there's some sort of right, and you.
Well, I don't think they're gonna do survival horror, but because they said specifically they don't want to do survival horror.
No.
So, but yeah, no. The one complaint that I have about the Alien series is it's not necessarily a complaint towards the Alien series, but the Alien series lore in regards to the alien is that it's a biological weapon, not an actual life form in the sense that it's basically just a hard-coded killing machine. Now, it might not be coded into the into a chip, but it's coded into the DNA of that organism. So if you just think about the xenomorphs from that perspective, you're thinking from a level of it's literally just a biological machine, not an entity with self-awareness or anything like that.
Specifically built to do that.
Specifically built with the purpose of killing. It could have been specifically built with the purpose of building igloos and, just go around the world building igloos all day. But it wasn't. It was specifically built to kill and wipe out wipe out entire planets and civilizations. But be not smart enough to actually travel from planet to planet. That was the whole reason for their creation. Of course, that completely backfired, and all the Prometheans died, and then lots of other people died until the Predators enslaved the code and ran with it and used it for their own personal gains. But the thing is, the reason why that is kind of a negative thing for Star Citizen is it's a weapon built by a race that is so genetically and technologically superior to everything else in the universe that is just like, yeah, no, maybe not biological, multi-stage, life-form weapon type deals. But I'm not sure if they're going to, want to take it that far in regards to just a little dog that, when born, is like a little parasite that latches on to a snake, and that snake eventually dies, and another animal comes out, and that's just a pet. I mean, that could happen, but would that have to be genetically engineered, or could that be just something that just happens?
It almost sounds like parasitic bacteria and things like that. Those are
but those
are cool.
that is kind of what multi-stage life forms are. They kind of they go from one to the next until eventually they become something else. That's kind of the whole point. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, the closest thing to what I can imagine would be the example that I just gave, obviously.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, when I gave aliens as an example, I just thought it's something lurking, scary in a spaceship that happens to be residing in there because it was being hauled with them in the ship when it was, functioning, and then something happened to it, and it just got out and it got loose, and it's just been, residing in there. It could have been a household pet, like for that race or whatever. It could just be, but to us, it scares the living piss out of us because it ain't small and fluffy with big doll's eyes, looking all cute and stuff.
Actually,
but to them, it might be
just eyes, and that would be creepy.
Well, the big stick on googly eyes. Ooh. But the prospect excited me specifically because I'm going to be exploring as well. So it's like, ooh.
No, I'd love to find it. I'd love to find it. It's just that particular example is just so specific to something that was engineered.
Bad example then.
Sorry.
A tribble. Fuck it. You find a tribble.
I'm now thinking of that parasitic thing that lives inside the fish mouth, the mouth of the fish, and acts as the tongue. I forgot what it's called. But that's what I'm thinking of now.
I was thinking of the parasitic bacteria that basically it can only reproduce in birds, in the guts of birds, and when they poop, the snails crawl across it, and they absorb it. It goes in, takes over the brain of the snail, and makes it do this weird shit with its eye stalks, which draws birds to it and makes them eat it. And then
the life cycle continues.
I'm like, that is awesome. Parasitic bacteria are amazing.
It's like, how did you come up with this? And they're just like, just chilling. I think there was a story about. We're completely off topic now, but I think there was a story one time about a British guy who bought a fish, and he was chopping up the fish, and suddenly, he picks up the fish, and this little parasitic like creature just comes out, just looks at him, and just goes, "Hi." It's just like, really? What are you doing? And the guy freaked out and ran away. Thought it was a case of the aliens, but no, it was just a case of this parasitic little creature that starts out very small, just latches onto the tongue, and then just eats the tongue of the fish until there's no more tongue, and then acts as the tongue of the fish for the rest of the life of the fish, and even continues to live on after the fish gets caught and dies, because it's just feeding off it. for no reason. Anyway, okay.
Next question.
I don't understand.
Just a quick update. We're almost up to $700 already on the.
See,
Oh, that's great.
That's why I love our audience.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Clifford, a.k.a. Miku.
And everybody else.
And everybody
Some
else.
people can't afford more. I mean, Clifford obviously has means, but thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
We just hit 700.
That is awesome.
It's amazing.
That went really fast. Okay. Well, let's give them another Star Citizen question then.
Yep, let's do that.
From Kimball, do you think the 4K textures will be an optional download?
No. I don't think it will be, because knowing that this is kind of Chris Roberts' dream game and he wants everything to look as great as it possibly can, plus we're talking about at least a year and a half out. No, I don't think that'll be optional at all. I think you will take it and you will like it.
Yep, that's
Cool.
what he said. Okay. What's Bud's thoughts on how tactical...
I saw a bunch of questions coming in for Bod.
I think that was the idea.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right, so to
Look at
finish
it.
the question, what's Bud's thoughts on how tactical the fleet fights may be?
Well, I mean, the fleet-based dogfighting is what I'm kind of looking forward to most as far as the fighting is concerned. That's one thing I'm waiting for most in dogfighting, is for them to throw us all in and let you actually make a group and do group combat. But as far as tactics, I suppose you can get very tactical with it. It depends what it's going to be. For dogfighting, I don't think it's going to be too tactical. But out in the universe, if you're stalking a specific prey, if you're going to try to take on an Idris or some other big ship, the tactics behind which ships you to take along with the fleet it's going to be very interesting. Not that I spend a lot of time sitting with that sort of stuff, with all the sim behind it, but I'll be looking forward to be part of it. Which is one reason I have so many different ships, so I can take many different roles in such fights.
Okay.
That'd be mean. Sorry, I was just imagining you're out there dogfighting with someone and you know that they're going to go back to a Bengal. So one of your last moves before you eject is to somehow manage to lock a nuke onto their ship that is completely inactive. So they can't tell that it's there. It just looks like one of their other missiles or something. And they just fly back to their thing and you're just floating there in space and you go...
Yeah, it just make it look like a piece of space junk that's floating along, but has very tiny thrusters and it's radiation shielded so that they can't tell it's a nuke. It just looks like it's floating along, tumbling in space after this guy.
Or you arm the damn nukes. You intentionally let your Idris get caught. They tow your Idris back to their Bengal, and then you go... Anyway. Okay, so what's Bud's thoughts on Cyberwolf 74's questions?
His questions are always very thorough. I mean, without Cyborg's questions, his questions take up at least 30%, 40% of every one of our QAs must be in. Doing good.
A lot of times we
if
have
you
to
talk about
skip
text
them, too.
content, yeah.
This is like a meta question, a meta Cyberwolf question.
I know.
So
Secretly, Cyberwolf has got a nuke inside one of those questions, and he's just waiting to go.
Now one day, in the future, I'll get it to the point where he sends me the questions before the show, so I'm ready.
$830 already.
Well done.
Love
see if we get to 1,000.
We'll hit 1,000 before the end of the show.
Yeah. All right.
1,500 if we cross our fingers.
By the way, I'm updating everybody. That's why I'm not talking. I'm actually updating people that are donating. I'm moving you out to the end of July for your VIP. Thank you, guys.
All right. So, question to Bod. What is your thoughts on KB Mouse versus Hotess?
What is your toughs? Yeah. That's a difficult one, since I've never used a HOTAS. But
Okay.
if I can get away with a mouse and keyboard, that's how I'm going to play.
All right. From Frankie76. Bod, is that a video tech behind you, or are you just happy? No. Or are you streaming in a library?
I guess he's asking, is that a video...
Tech.
DVDs and Blu-rays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like a disco tech.
I was going to say, no, it's an elliptical.
I think that might actually be a Dutch question because I know that in the Netherlands they're called video. Well,
Frankie's
the Dutch
French.
word is take.
Oh,
Oh, right. It could be.
Frankie is French.
That could be
Like,
fine. I'm just saying, in Dutch, the word for video tech actually makes sense, but directly translated into English, it's like, call that shit Blockbuster, damn it. Video store. Okay. So, HMA goes World of Tanks. Is Sandy hot, or am I just old and sick of my wife?
old and sick of you. No, just
Bit of
kidding.
both. Bit of column A, bit of column B.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
Well, I'll say I'm not sick of his wife, so you know.
Oh, Nelly.
well played, sir.
All right, question from Alex. What's the difference between a Mars bar and something that I can't read? Because
Oh no, I think I
But
know.
sure-
I think I know the answer to this. Where is it?
Alex.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's anal sex.
Oh, yes, I do know the answer to that.
Well.
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, come on!
A Mars bar?
The reason we didn't answer the
Mars
Sandy
bar?
question is we actually love Sandy around here, so we can't be too mean.
Look, I've never
I
experienced
think
this.
she's good looking.
Yeah.
I've never experienced either one of those things.
And
Either
Mars
a Mars
bar or anal sex.
Or anal
Did-
sex.
Have you never had a Mars bar?
No, they don't have them in the States, dude.
For realsies?
Yes, we have Mars bars.
Where?
In the candy aisle.
In the candy aisle, they're called Mars, M-A-R-S, yeah.
I'm sorry.
They're
I've
like
never seen one.
caramel, and they got a little bit
I
of
walk
a-
into a damn 7-Eleven every other day. I do not see a Mars bar.
like nougat and caramel on it, right?
I know what it
Damn
is. Like
chocolate,
I've
yeah.
seen it on like TV. It's been
I've
popular.
I've heard about these
I just
mythical
got
Mars
legendary.
bars.
I thought they were like unicorns or something.
I always think it's funny when I hear like the stories about these bars are no longer being made, and then I look at my local store, and then others go like, "What, you mean these things?" And everyone's like, "The Mars bar." I'm like, "Why are you?" I wiki this shit, and it's just there. Everyone can
What
buy
are you
it.
doing, Abe?
Nothing. I'm sitting here.
I said Abe, not core. They don't even rhyme.
I
What the
thought you
hell?
said babe. I'm sorry.
No, I said
just-
Abe.
oh.
I was
There's
talking-
a babe. I got you, babe.
He's getting high.
I'm not even smoking.
Why is anal sex start out?
I don't know.
Maybe he
Because-
thinks it's naughty.
It's not
Naughty.
naughty.
It is naughty.
Not really.
That's true.
not. It's not naughty.
It's not naughty.
No.
Even I thought all sex was naughty. I mean, I'm not saying it's naughty. I'm saying it's naughty.
Oh, I see.
Here in this country, we have, or at least here in Europe, we have this company called Unilever. Unilever.
Yeah,
Yes.
Unilever. Yep.
Yeah, you guys have it as well. Well, the Dutch version of it, or at least the European version of it, it copied all these Mars bars and Milky Ways and all that, and just dumps it into stores. And they don't keep, they just own all the companies and all the rights to it now for Europe anyway. Which is how they stay alive here, because a company as big as Unilever doesn't care. I'm not sure how the companies over in the U.S. Maintain the rights over Mars bars, but anyway.
So yes, I do know the answer. No, I'm not answering. Go ahead, next question.
That was a good one. I was waiting for that one.
From Chronos Blood. Do you think Chris needs to stop defending the flight model? I think the flight model is great. Seems like the pressure to defend is getting old now. No question.
I would say that yes, he needs to stop defending it, but not because it's getting because it's getting old, but because the more he defends it,
The more.
the worse it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, the worse the perception is. That
The more he defends,
It's like-
the more weight it gets.
It's like
Yeah.
the more you have to defend it, the weaker it might, it feels.
it becomes feeding the trolls at a point to respond to it at all anymore.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. You keep going.
I was going to say the video responses are out there. We've got 10 for the chairman. He's asked and answered. Okay, move on. If people want to hear your answer, you've got it recorded. You don't need to go into it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The flight model is fine, by the way. It's just that the implementation of the flight model is not.
Do we have that video?
No.
Posted.
Yes, I think so.
I think so. It's in Skype somewhere all the way
Yeah,
up
it
there.
should be in the history in
I can
Skype
find
somewhere.
Yeah. Put that in the chat.
Yeah, because that
It's freaking amazing.
that guy, oof, lordy.
There you go.
And I did ask him. I asked him, made sure that he was cool with us, because I'm like, dude, I want to pimp this out on the show, because holy shit, that is awesome piloting. And what that tells me, seeing that he can do that, alternating between coupled and decoupled things, tells me, I mean, that's basically the kind of shit that I want to be able to do. And it lends more weight to Chris's side of the argument that the flight thing does work. You just don't know how to do it yet. And that's fine not to not know how to do it yet. Just give yourself time to learn. And this tells me that he's exactly right. And that I just need to learn to do it. That's, I would still like the lateral thrusters because I'm a lazy shit, but I mean, I'm just saying, I want to be.
Can't they tie it together so we can use
lazy shit?
That we could use the lateral thrusters and it sort of disengages and engages or whatever as we let go of the button, so that it makes it a little easier for us old farts that can fly.
There's also the fact that when you switch to decoupled mode, it takes off. It turns off your main thruster, so you stay in the same vector. The fact that it does that means you have to re-enable your thruster after you switch to decoupled mode, which is an unnecessary handle that you have to take, unfortunately.
So if you had a hybrid mode somewhere between the two,
that would be perfect. And I never said it wasn't possible. I'm just saying the amount of effort that goes into trying it now or doing it now is insurmountable to the fact that if you just had 2 extra buttons that did strafing while you were in coupled mode, problem solved. It would just solve so many issues. At least that I have. Okay. I've lost my train of questioning.
If you guys don't mind, real quick, I'm going to extend the drawing just like another 10 minutes longer because it's about 5 minutes away. So I'm going to extend it out to give people. There's still a bunch of people that are donating, so I want to give them time to donate. Hey, remember, if you donate $5 or more, that's it. $5, I'll give you a VIP Gold membership for a month. So we'll continue on. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So the next question is from the Snowed one. Do you think lack of control options, particularly being able to custom the controls, was a poor decision on release of AC? How do you feel the issues people have had with the controls have affected the image of SC with the general public?
If they're smart, it hasn't affected them at all because it's fucking alpha.
Yeah, exactly. If you have formed any kind of an opinion, final-ish opinion on Star Citizen because of this release, then you are literally the stupidest person.
Well, that guy
You're the
and
stupidest person. But
I think it's more to the point, if you play the game now and then you play it for 5 minutes and go, nah, this is shit, fuck it, no, throw that, no, don't like it anymore, that's just stupid, you shouldn't be fucking playing it.
Or just wait for release.
Where'd my mouse mat go?
we're giving away. Everyone's asking. We're giving away an Aurora Legionnaire's Disease version. It's for VIPs, silver and above. And right now, if you donate more than $5, I may give you. What?
I saw Stark's coin slot in that one. That was good.
I totally missed that. I was looking at the thing. Okay.
Oh, watch. Here it comes on the stream. Here it comes.
Exclamation point.
Yeah!
Oh. You're teasing Trendane over there, Starkis.
I know. Oh, baby!
We might end up Twitch now for
Ask Crack. Anyway, it is. You type in exclamation point pound hard in honor of Starkis. Exclamation point pound hard POUNDHARD. You have to be a VIP silver or higher to get in this raffle. Okay, continue on, everybody.
I keep this. Yeah.
It's not a cast without me doing something, is it?
Never. Which is, it makes you endearing.
All right, question from Tangent. Do you think a jump point mode for AC would be a good idea? You know, to get used to mapping / plotting jump points. Well, anything more than what we currently have is a good idea, but I'm
Go back
not
and read
sure.
that. I was not really
think-
listening.
I think we may end up with something like that because they're releasing a whole pile of future events and modes in Arena Commander that like I did I think a couple of casts ago about the cargo what's the word I'm looking for? Brain stopped working, ass crack showed.
It's
Escort.
distracted him.
Escort. You have to escort the cargo, not escargo. But and then also the find the jump point where it's your aim is to go out and find the jump point, so you've got to use your scanning technology. So I couldn't see why there wouldn't be maybe an event to not only, or maybe they could add it to find the jump point, where you not only have to find it, but then navigate it to the other, something you have to capture at the other end. So it's a multi-stage thing where it's like capture, instead of capturing points on a map, you've got to capture the first point, then the second point, and then the third point to win. You have to first find the jump point, then you have to navigate the jump point, and at the other end you have to then board a space station and capture it. Who knows?
Especially if the jump point is only one way.
Mm.
And you have to find the jump point, navigate it to the other side, but you can't come back that direction. Then you have to find the other one that is the return trip. And there's no telling where that one would be.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I like that. Like I said, anything more than what we currently have is gravy.
Yeah.
And some of them may be unstable, may not be big enough for your ship to fit through. You have to be very, very careful with, because some of them aren't genuine, or they're just
anomalies.
Yeah.
That look the same on your
So
scans.
basically, this game mode starts with you find 3 jump points. Pick one that won't kill you.
It'd be down to how well you can use the scanning software on your ships, or how more advanced the scanning technology is on the ships that you're using.
All right. Let's do it like this. Behind one of these jump points, there is a race car. The other 2 jump points have goats. Which one do you pick?
If it's a space
I'll make it easier. I'll make it easier. I'll take away door number 1. It was a goat. Go ahead.
Whichever one you had already picked, pick the other one. You have a better chance.
Choice between a speedboat and a box. I'll take the box. Thank you.
The other one. Always
it might be another speedboat.
What's that called? Trending. What's that called again?
It's the game show host.
Game show 1. Like, what's that? What's that?
It's variable change in the game show host.
I mean,
I forgot what it's called.
I learned it in stats. In when I was
you
in
mean
simulation?
You mean the law of that thing?
Yeah.
Or the name of the game show?
Yeah, the name of the game show.
Oh, man.
It was like in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
Was it Johnny Carson?
No.
Who did it on his show?
No, it was, go on, I'll think about it.
Good door. Monty Hall.
Monty Hall.
That's behind the door, Monty. Remember
It's
Eddie Murphy?
called the game show host problem, or the game show problem, and the answer to what the reason behind is you need to change is variable change.
Mm-hmm. It was on MythBusters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tested.
They tested it, and it works. It's weird.
It's freaky. It should be 50-50, and it's not.
Not 50. It's 66%.
Yep, because technically, by having already chosen, your original choice was only at 33%. Changing it would switch it to a 66%. It is fucked up, but true.
It is a weird-ass thing, yeah.
But then again, 66% is not 100%, so that's where it screws you when you think, oh my god, and then...
I'll take the cash equivalent of the goat.
There you go, that'll do.
Or I'll put it in the backyard and let the dogs have it.
Hey, free lawnmower, right?
We are $30 away from $1,000.
That is awesome.
Give it a few seconds.
Someone, go ahead.
Someone will do it. Someone can do that.
Do it now.
All right,
come on.
Carrying on.
All right, so next question will be Smack Mickey. Instead of just extra racetracks, could they make it in world like Need for Speed or something like that? Could they make it in world? Like Need for Speed or something like that. It allows for them to focus on the universes and allow users to get races together anywhere.
I think that's a smarter idea.
Which world, though?
Which worlds, which solar systems, I think.
Because, I mean, if you're going to do it on a planet... Well, if you're going to do it on a planet, it would have to be a planet that has less environmental regulation than, say, Terra.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, they wouldn't allow that kind of development there. They wouldn't allow for a racetrack to be built and used because it doesn't serve the balance between, you know, civilization and nature.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he's talking about Need for Speed, where one group play the UEE and the other group are illegal races, and it just happens through the cities. And
Hold on, we did it. $1,000. I love you fuckers in the face. Big time. Thank you so much. Dan Retta pushed this over the top. I'll read off everybody's donations at the end of this, but thank you guys.
Just for you guys.
Oh, trending! Jesus, that's not a way to celebrate. That's a scar way to scar children for life.
Oh dear.
That was eerie.
That's my answer to Stockus's vision of before.
It's like my first time all over again.
See why you don't like women, Trendane.
I know.
It's exactly how I felt the first time I saw one.
It's like, can you just put it away? I need some time in the bathroom alone.
Really quickly, everyone's asking what is the money for? What's going on? I guess there's a bunch of new people who showed up, and I didn't realize that. Yeah,
okay, that's okay.
Real quick,
yeah.
Smack Mickey is a regular member of our Doma tribe. He hasn't been here in like a month, and we were kind of wondering what happened to him. His wife Faith has been in a really bad car accident. She was pregnant with a child, and she lost a child. She also has some neurological damage, and her spleen has been removed. So he just set this up like about an hour ago. He has a Give Forward account, and the link to it is right here. Anybody who donates $5 or more, I'm going to give you a VIP gold membership for a month. You'll be able to join in on this raffle, which we're giving away in Aurora. Mm-hmm. And it's Aurora Legionnaires version of the... I keep getting it wrong. What's it called? It's not the Legionnaire. What is it?
Line Nurse.
No, the Line Nurse version. So if you guys want, the raffle's going to be ending up here in about 5 minutes. If you donate now, I'll go ahead and annotate your account, and you can enter into the raffle. The enter the raffle, it's !hard. Has nothing to do with that. We made that before we even found out about this. So, and it sounds kind of insensitive now, maybe, but okay. Let's continue on with the show. Sorry.
Okay. I guess. All right. Jam 2's question was for me. What do you think the combat efficiency of the Mustang will be? All they showed a ship that was concept art on around the verse, and it looked awesome. Fighter, any thought? Okay. The first bit, the combat efficiency of the Mustang. Since it's a starter ship, it'll probably be better than the Aurora, worse than the 300i. I guess that would be my overall guesstimate of what I think the combat efficiency of the Mustang will be. And as for the concept art that they showed on the Roundverse, that'll be the Gladius.
Yeah. Rico Beer just subscribed.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, cool.
Rico.
I turned off the sound effects because it was a bit loud. Thank you, Rico. Love you in the face.
The Mustang, Chris Roberts has gone on record stating that the Mustang is a more maneuverable ship compared to the Aurora, although the Aurora has the ability to pack more firepower. The counterbalance to that is the Mustang won't be armed as well, but it will be a lot more maneuverable, so it's kind of the balance there. So I think it's on level with the Aurora, it's a different its combat will be equal to the Aurora level being an entry ship. So
you're right. I forgot about the fact that the Mustang won't have as much firepower as the. You're right. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Cole.
I'm sorry. Okay. Do we have any more questions? Because I don't see any more questions.
I think that's it.
That's probably it.
Although,
We can go ahead and do the giveaways about that time anyway. Rico just subscribed, and I'm supposed to send the money over to Smack Mickey, so I'm doing that real quick.
Rico.
And does Tren want to pimp out the base?
Yeah, talk about the base real quick.
For tomorrow?
Yeah, the base is giving away a ship.
Yeah, Rico.
That's right. We are giving away a ship tomorrow. Apparently, we're giving away a scout. I think
What was that again?
That was a shout. It was a shout.
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 That's how it's pronounced in Xi'an. The thing about the Xi'an is if you read the story A Human Perspective, the main character winds up meeting up with a Xi'an buddy of his. No, excuse me, it's the Banu. It's a Banu friend of his. They don't really, he says that they don't really laugh, they just sort of vibrate and spit. Just kind of, it's apparently how they laugh or something. So I'm really looking forward to telling Xi'an or Banu jokes. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. It'd be like a Gallagher concert, and you got to go, oh God! Anyway, so tomorrow night on the base, we will be giving away a scout. There are so many different ways of pronouncing the damn ship. I would say Xi'an, but it's also Chinese. So anyway, we'll be giving that away on the base tomorrow night from sometime to sometime that I can never remember, from one week to the next. It's Rico, you want to fill me in on what the times are? Or you can click on that link that Nightbot was kind of...
All right. Can you hear me? Yeah?
No, yes. Can't hear you.
Invasion of Rico.
Invasion of the Rico. Yeah. Donate. We're giving it away tomorrow on the Friday night show. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Universal Time. Go to the website for the details. radio.starcitizenbase.com. And Trendane, what are you doing with my sock?
You have such a beautiful voice, Rico.
I'm not doing anything, Rico.
Oh, thank you.
Not yet.
Your mic makes you sound very professional, like you do a radio show.
Like something with my face, right?
Mm-hmm.
He does a show.
Digital Architect, thank you so much for your donation. You are now enabled to join the giveaway. I just want to give you a heads up.
We do have a channel in the TeamSpeak server called the Krusty Sock Corner.
Hmm.
Yeah, about that.
Why don't you wait on my bed? I'll talk to you later. Okay.
See you guys tomorrow.
No, I did not know we had a channel by that name.
We do.
We have a TeamSpeak server?
We
Tell
do,
me about
yeah.
it, Stalkers.
Clifford's paid for it.
Yes, available to all the Domo Tribe members. If you are a Domo Tribe member, you shall have received a message on your Twitch account giving you the details, giving you the login, the IP and the password, and you may enter. But be warned, if you think Trends TMI Tuesdays are a bit blue, then you might want to hold off.
This is like
joining us in
ultraviolet is what it is.
And get a bit the old ultraviolence. Yeah, no, all are welcome. But yeah, it's basically a bunch of mentally deficient bunch of children just spouting rude words most of the time.
Real quick, Dupums, thank you for your donation. You can enter the raffle if you'd like. And also some anonymous person, I'm sorry you didn't put your name in. Maybe that's on purpose. Thank you for your donation. All right, we're actually going to be closing it up now. I'm going to do one more refresh and see if we've got any new ones. We're up to $1,100. Oh, my God. So, let's see. While I'm getting the raffle finished up here, would somebody mind going through and reading off the donations? Maybe Trendane, could you do that?
Where are they?
I'll put the link up in here.
I don't know where they are.
There's the link right here. It's in the Skype chat and also...
Yeah, I see that now.
Perfect nerd! Awesome.
I realized, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be real honest. I thought I had subscribed to you like 5 or 6 months ago.
No, you were subscribed. No, you were.
I was. That's what I thought.
It must have run
At
out or
some
something.
point. I don't know what happened.
If you don't have it set, if you don't have your PayPal set to auto renew everything, then it won't.
Or
It's just a switch that you need to flip in your PayPal, because otherwise, like these subscriptions specifically from Twitch, if you click on them, they'll ask you if you want to make it recurring. If you have even once clicked no to that question, PayPal will forever remember it as no to everything.
Man, that's dumb as hell.
What a dick.
You can change that in PayPal.
Read them off. Let's go read them off.
From the Domo Tribe, $5. From Doopsums, $5. Do you want me to list the numbers too, or just the people?
Yeah, you can tell how much they gave. That's fine.
Okay. From Jamtu, $10. From Rico Beer, $5. From Digital Architect, $60. From Doodledloy. I'm still convinced that's how it's pronounced. $5 from Cyberwolf74, $10 from Dan Retta, $30 from Mr. Kinshadow, $5 from Bod, it is $50 from Zythron, $30 from 79 Briggs01, $5 from The Real Alien, $50 from T-Bonks, $50 from Nightcrawler, $50 from Frankie76, $30 from Utide, $5 from The Dude, $25 from Birthbees, $10 from Talzwad, $5 from Clifford Miku, $500 from Kimball, $5 from The Snowed One, Hidden.
Mysterious.
Like her breasts. From Mr. Perfect Nerd, $20. From Geekdomo, $100. From Az Tricky, $10. From Grand Cook, I love you, sweetheart, with all my heart. With or without this, I'll always be yours. From the moon and back. Which would be Mr. Husband Guy.
Yes. All right, let's do it. Ready, everybody? Here we go. Good luck to all the VIPs. Over 50 VIPs have entered. Here we go. Drawing the winner now. Ball Kim. You fucking bastard. Yeah.
He said that if he wins, he's giving it to me.
Is that what he said?
Oh, yes. That's what he said.
No, Kimball, you didn't win. Ball Kim won.
yeah.
Kimball and Balkan. Oh, that's evil.
That's why we're laughing. He's got two accounts. He subs on both.
Maybe that's what I'll name my two freelancers. They'll be my other gay couple.
Ball and Kim?
Ball Kim and Kim Ball.
All right, guys. Well, okay, Kimball, you know how to do it. Just send me a message with your... I need to have your Robert Space Industries email address, and I'll send it over to you in a few minutes. Everybody, fucking amazing. Thank you so much. This was so impromptu. It was not... I had no plans to do this. Wasn't even set up until mid-show, so... $1,100 already. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you on around in the verse. But let's go around the room real quick. Sergeant StarCast, tell us where people can find you.
Under your bed, in your closet, in your pantry, eating your food. I'm Sergeant Stackers everywhere.
Come out of the closet now.
Only if you come and get me out.
Oh. Don't you even tempt me.
I'm tempting you, man.
Tempt.
Oh, we lost Rico. All right.
That's me.
Mr. Core of Existence.
All right. Well, you can find me on Core of Existence everywhere. You can find my YouTube, you can find my Twitch, and you can find my Twitter. I'm currently a little bit inactive, though. We'll be coming back at some point. But currently too focused on my life and my job. Just got a whole lot to cover.
Life. Fuck.
Sorry. Not my intentions. It just happens, okay? When my fucking boss decides a week and a half ago to just go on vacation without any fucking say in it. So it dumps everything on my plate. And I'm just like, go fuck yourself. But I like getting raised. So that's why.
Raises are good. Money's good.
Money. Gotta get that cash. Make it rain.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Alright.
Oh yeah, next one. I'm sorry, Bod.
That's
I was going to say who's.
Yeah, I'm just Bod699 everywhere. Some weeks I'm more active than others on Twitch and with YouTube videos. It depends on my shift. When I'm on early shifts like this week, I don't do very much, but we'll be back streaming tomorrow. I think I'm planning on playing Valiant Hearts, which I've got to play, which looks very nice. That'll be tomorrow.
Cool.
All right, next person is Mr. Perfect Nerd.
Hello, you can follow me on Twitter at Perfect Nerd. You can follow me on Twitch at Perfect_Nerd. And while you're at it, why don't you just follow all of us Beard Warriors and Amazonian princesses and things at bit.ly/beardwar. I mean, it'd be nice if you want to.
One by
Make sure
one.
you type it in with the slurring. That way,
Exactly.
It's even better.
But yeah, I am currently. I just got into the multiplayer a little while ago. I'm testing it out, trying it out. I am currently crashing every 7 minutes to 3 minutes on multiplayer. Therefore, it is actually not viable to stream. I was hoping maybe I could do in 20-minute bursts. That way, it would be okay. But 5 to 7 minutes is not really stable enough for me to stream. So I'll wait it out a little bit. I'm also crazy, like Core, I'm crazy busy with work right now, trying to make that cash money, get that stash, and also tons of weddings and other obligations to people in my life that I have to take care of. So, soon, TM, Blizzard.
Soon TM, next up is myself. I'm Geekdomo everywhere. You guys know all about me. And finally, man of the hour, our pivot man, Mr. Trendade Sparks.
Hercules. Sorry, my medic buddy there wanted me to do that. So there you go. There's the Hercules. Yes, trending everywhere. I had something else I was going to say, and now I don't know what it was.
About the base.
Well, yes, I'm going to be on the base tomorrow night. Sometime that Rico still didn't quite tell me. But, you know, we do it the same time every day, every Friday. Is it 7 o'clock?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Eastern?
Yes.
Eastern, not 7 o'clock California time, which is my time, which is the most important time to me. But yeah, 7 o'clock Eastern time.
The West Coast is the best coast.
It's very important that if you're going to listen to the thing, that you follow along in RSI chat and you have something to drink that's alcoholic with you.
Yes.
Because anytime Rico gets drunk, which he usually starts the show pretty close to drunk, he just kind of goes into this thing where he starts laughing outrageously, and you will see the entire chat channel go, hail, hail. It's hail to the howler monkey god anytime he starts cackling like that.
Drink.
And you drink. But
Drink
yes,
for hail.
Streaming with greater regularity and going to be pushing for partnership pretty soon.
We're going to get Trendane partnered.
So obviously follow me on Twitter. That way you'll know when I'm going to stream, because I usually mention it there. It's like, I'm going to be streaming in 15 seconds. Get over there now! Now, goddammit, now! They're turning my car to Swiss cheese! No, that's Die Hard. Sorry.
That's something else, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, there's that.
All right, everybody, let's get out of here. And
Go.
what?
No.
Oh, I thought you said okay.
I just told everybody to get the fuck out.
Okay. We will see you all in the verse. Good night.
Boy.